Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Come on, boy. You better be ready. Don't be scared of it.
Now the Auburn product, Corey Graham. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. It'll go as a pickup of 14 and a Washington first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Let's go. 18 Gator. 56.
Watch the run. Watch the run.
Let's go.
They go play action here on first down. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
He's having a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
Winston and the Bucs take over now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. This is Jones. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Watch the pass.
They go play action. Winston. And the grab made by the tight end Pruitt. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. I got you, boy.
From the shotgun, it's Winston. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 47, and he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin with his 16th touchdown of the year as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll be stopped just shy of the 25 with a penalty marker down. Here's the call. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Winston, a handoff. This is Jones. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Bringing him down there, Jonathan Allen. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10.
We got flip. Clean, 51 to Mike, boy, 51. Get that easy. Get go. D-line, get that quarterback. Let's go.
Jameis to throw it. And he whips that one incomplete there. Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, it doesn't take any great analysis. No jokes, partner, okay? All right, on this one. But we just know that we're going to see this as the game moves forward. There's going to be 2 guys on him on just about every snap.
It's kind of a dare to throw his way, but they have to keep throwing his way.
The benefits could be great. You throw it to a great receiver, he could come down with it anyway.
5 on 50. Easy. Clean, 17.
On 2nd down now, it's Jones. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game. And that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
On 3rd down, Winston. And he's got a man. It's the tight end, Howard, complete. That one goes for 24 yards.
And that was a heck of a shot right there by Jameis Winston. Boy, he has a superior right arm, doesn't he? You saw him play baseball.
Yeah, he's actually a switch hitter in baseball. Outfielder, and then, of course, a very hard-throwing pitcher. That's translated well in the National Football League.
That it has. When he has to make that throw on a line, he's got plenty of arm to do it.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Let's see here, Charles. He was sacked 6 times last week. Now a first-quarter sack. What's going on in his mind?
Well, he's thinking to himself, 5 offensive linemen. I got sacked 6 times last week. Let's start thinking about keeping extra people in. Tight end stays in. If I have a fullback or the running back, they stay in and help me block. Maybe not as many receivers in a pattern. Anything to try and slow down that.
And he's going to go down again.
But no Texas starts out a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And Old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Third and long for Winston. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Oh, he may have gotten lucky. Tried to dump it off underneath on the check down. Nearly picked. Instead, it's incomplete.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
And from that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb.
Don't get nervous.
They'll run on 1st down. Grant. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
Set, ready? 18 Gator. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Back to throw now in his own end zone. Completes it to Corey Grant. And he's able to get this one up to the 8-yard line this time. Give him 6 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Set. 60 or.
He'll look to throw. And he's He's got his man on the out route. And he'll be out of bounds right around the 14. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. So on 4th down, the Redskins will call on Tressway to punt it away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away.
The Bucs take over first down at their own 31-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Winston. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. First down, Tampa Bay there, a gain of 13.
I think the good offensive coordinators in the league now are looking at the fullback position and finding the right guys to hide in that spot and increase their passing game, as we just saw there. How about the run after catch? Racked him.
Well, yeah, whether it's a true fullback, a tight end you put in the fullback spot, you know they're going to be tough to bring down if you can get them the football in the passing game. A big pickup there, 18 yards and a Buccaneer first. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, that he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
Now a second timeout called for by the defense. So as they take it over, we step aside. On second down, Barber. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. The 22 is the line to gain here on 3rd down. They just do get the play off. Now Winston. And that is incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points. Not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And the magnitude of this game, everybody knows it. The fans, obviously the players and coaches. There's just with them a palpable buzz right now. They know they can. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's Devin White, the linebacker. And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates are going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Jones. And give him about 3 as he gets it down to the 22-yard line. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2, because you want to try to defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Montez Sweat in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. And this one is right down Broadway. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense, because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you got a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. 2nd and 9 now. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Shaquille Barrett put that sack by his name in the stat sheet.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
Well, a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Terry McLaurin, 84 yards. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the lead is up to 8. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They've been settling quite a bit. They've been able to move the football some, but they've just been settling. That's one of the reasons they're down on the scoreboard.
I love that word you picked, settling, because nowadays in this NFL, you're thinking touchdown almost every drive because everything's so high-powered. Yeah, you'll take the field goal, but you always feel like you're leaving points out there when you don't put it in the end zone.
They'll be trying to put it in the end zone here on this drive. From the gun, Winston. It's caught by Mike Evans. And he will finally be taken down, but not before he reaches the 38. It's a big play. Winston to Evans. 42 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
Now it's Barber. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. The Redskins going to go ahead and use their final timeout. And with that, they're now out of timeouts. And still plenty of time remaining here in this second quarter. First time into the red zone for the Buccaneers. 1st and 10 right at the 20. To throw is Winston. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that'll make it a 2nd down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Jones able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on run downs. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
A third field goal of the first half, not what they're looking for as they come up on 3rd down.
Let's get there. Let's go. Mike 51. Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set it.
Winston now. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. And no signs of the field goal unit. They're going for it on 4th down.
Right there. 54. Right there. Right there.
5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. Mike 54. Trump. I got easy. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Let's go.
Winston to throw for it on 4th. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Troy Apke. Through an opening, and there he goes. And he will score. Touchdown, Washington. So they go on 4th down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
Probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Let's go, defense.
Play action now, Winston. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Mike 54.
A 2nd down throw for Winston. Caught by Jones. It'll be a gain of 6, and they're going to face a 3rd down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. It's his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down. A nice safe throw and a good one.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 14 yards there and a Buccaneer first down.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Here's Winston. He sets up the screen to Jones. A good pickup there at 22.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Winston connecting with Howard and able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. A pickup of 4 on first down. It'll be second and goal.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
Ready?
They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Ronald Jones with touchdown number 23 here on the year. As they're now just an extra point away from getting back within one score. Gano the extra point, and that'll cut the lead to 21-17. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
2nd and 5. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
Intended for Terry McLaurin. Incomplete. Brings up 3rd and 5.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. This time they stay on the ground. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback.
Ready?
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Back to the ground, this time with Jones. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it is going to be 15 yards.
The first down throw for Winston. That's caught by Howard. Give him 9 on the play, and it'll be second and about a yard to go for the first.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because there should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
From the 31, Winston, and he slings one that's incomplete.
I know that interception was dropped, and it would have been their 3rd of the game, and I will guarantee you, in the huddle, on the bench, all the defensive guys have been talking about is, we've got this guy right where we want him. Who's going to get the next one? It almost becomes a challenge, and they've missed a golden opportunity.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Working out of the gun, Winston. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Charles, not to point fingers, but how much of this goes on the shoulders of the offensive line? Well, look at the 6 sacks last week. That's the 4th in this game.
Definitely the bulk of it does go on the offensive line. That's what they're tasked with doing, keeping their quarterback upright and clean in the pocket. But I think they have to look at, okay, are we bringing in extra people? Is the ball out of the quarterback's hands quick enough? There are a few other factors that they have to look at to try and help out. But you're exactly right. It starts with the O-line.
On first down, it's Grant, and he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Give the Redskins 13 there on a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. They'll look to throw here. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 10 yards there, good for a Redskin first down. On first down, he'll drop to throw. That's complete to his running back, Grant. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll be second down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. They'll set up a throw. Steps away to his left. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Well, it looked like a quick hitter, a three-step drop, but when it's not there, what do? He elects to try and escape through the massive bodies up the middle, and he does so and picks up positive yardage.
Here we go. Hey, Echo. Get it.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin with his 3rd touchdown and 18th on the year. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the lead is up to 15 now. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they've got to be a little bit frustrated about that last drive, missed field goal.
It always hurts a team because, you put something out there, you're giving yourself a chance, you're in range, and the ball doesn't go through the post. But it's not something to panic about, I don't believe. Just keep playing and keep going.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. They go back to the ground, this time Barber. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
If these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Open man is Howard, the tight end. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a 1st down. With that grab, he now sits at 200 for his career, and maybe more importantly, a 1st down. Jameis to throw it. This into the hands of his running back, Ronald Jones. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Right there. 54 Mike. Keep bringing it.
To the air again with Winston. Airing this one out for Evans. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
On 3rd down, Winston. And that's complete. It's Watson. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins' 28. Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And he'll get about 4 as he's brought down at the 24.
4 yards on the pickup.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Ready. White 25. Watch the run. He's coming. Wait. He's coming.
On 2nd down, it's Barber. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. And it's still about 3 yards shy of a 1st as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Winston. And he's got Snead. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. That'll be enough to keep the drive moving forward. Another first down on the pickup of 5 yards. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
And when that field shrinks for those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was trying to find O.J. Howard, and it's third down.
Well, he's been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
Jameis again. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Justin Watson, his 5th touchdown now on the year. As they're now just an extra point away from getting back within 1 score. Extra point try good by Gano, as this gets him back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Redskins take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet.
At the 26-yard line.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. 2nd and 9 now. And he will find his man on the outside. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Exit. Watch the ship. 61. Matchbox lights. Watch the ship. Hey, zoom. 45.
Back to throw here. And he finds McLaurin. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. That'll put him over 150 yards receiving now. Quite a ball game and a first down. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case,
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Reuben Foster in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Check. Lucky. Bravo. Kill. Hard. Hey, turn it up.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to go for a big play downfield. It's caught inside the 25. A huge play there for Washington. 46 yards. What a game it's been for this duo.
They remind me of a good comedy team. They know how to play off of each other so well. No matter how one riffs, the other's right there to pick them up, and they are shredding them in this ball.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Shaquille Barrett picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and ended up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
The Redskins on third down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This will be a tough 3rd and 18.
Watch the out. Watch the out. 56.
Now back to throw. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Shaquille Barrett able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. A big one there. That gives him a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Play action now. Winston. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. The Bucs on third down. They've converted 6 times and could use a 7th here. This is 3rd and 8. From the gun, Winston. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score.
He's crashing. He's checking crash.
On 1st and 10, Winston. He sets up the screen to Jones. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And all the way down to the 33-yard line.
Let's go. Let's do it.
That one goes for 30 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Here's Winston. Oh, nearly a disaster there on the check down. But they'll get it back. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Again, it's Winston. That's caught by Howard. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. They got to get to the 23 here on 3rd. Here's Winston. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Winston to throw for it on 4th. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Redskins are going to win the football game. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 37-yard line.
18 Gator.
Well, I know at points in this one you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard. You're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?
It was, and you know the people who really enjoyed this game? They're the ones that like going to batting practice at the Major League Baseball parks, right? Seeing the 14-11 game, that sort of deal. That's right up their alley with what we saw in this one.
So for Washington, a final win means they will finish off the regular season at a very strong 12-4. And now they'll await the final seeding for the playoffs ahead. Meanwhile, for the Bucs, this loss will mean they finish the season right at 500 at 8-8. But they've got better days in their future. Of that, you can be sure. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
Up is magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror now, I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing. Now I hit the scene, daylight lights, camera action. Living in a dream, now my music they be blasting. Step out, I'm a star, always in the latest fashion. Had to set the bar, try to catch me lacking. Bank account for my son, he won't have to struggle. You can see it in my eyes, all I do is hustle. They tried to knock me off my feet, I'm ready to rumble. Feel like I ain't ate in weeks, working off the muscle. Oh yeah, oh my, we ride for my brothers, no lie. All you can die, never wrong, they right. I ain't changing my side, yeah, we in it for life. When up and up is magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror now, I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laugh. Hey, how could you lie to my face? People claim that they be loyal, they be taking up space. See my broski lose his heart when he was fighting that case. Took so many yells, I'm not going back to those days. I'ma treat you how you treat me, do you like how it tastes? Shawty, use up, can't treat you like my ace. I got way too many problems to be worried, I'm straight. Me and Craig had to watch for the Jakes. On the road, it's crazy, I get 80 a show. Say my money, stack it up, it look like I'm foreign cars, driving fast, I never done this before. Yeah, drown out my problems, let me When up and up is magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror now, I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing.
Ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? Are you ready? Get ready, no. This be the green it's time to get it lit. We got it hot like fever. Sick with the talk, pass to your receiver. All about running the spot. And you know we got